You think you know your hair type. Straight, wavy, curly, coily. Easy. But here's the trap. Most people are not losing their hair goals because of bad genes or bad luck. They are losing because they are using the wrong rules for the wrong pattern. And hair is brutally literal. If you treat coils like straight hair, you dry them out. If you treat straight hair like curls, you drown it in product. Then you blame your shampoo, you buy another bottle, and nothing changes. So let's do this the scientific way. Hair is a keratin fiber. It is dead once it leaves the scalp, which means you cannot heal it. You can only reduce damage and control the surface. Your pattern is basically geometry. Straight hair is a smoother highway. Natural oils slide down it faster. The more bends your strand has, the more speed bumps you create. More friction, more tangles, more weak points. That is why textured hair often feels drier even when you are doing everything right. It is not drama, it is physics. Now the question that matters, how do you figure out your pattern without getting fooled by styling, damage, and product buildup? Do one reset wash, use shampoo on the scalp, use a light conditioner on the lengths, then air dry with nothing in it. No cream, no gel, no oil, no brushing while it dries. Just let it land where it wants to land. What you see is your baseline. If it falls like a sheet, that is straight. If it makes soft S bends, that is wavy. If it forms loops or spirals, that is curly. If it tightens into small coils and shrinks a lot as it dries, that is coily. Here's the part almost nobody tells you. You can have multiple patterns on one head. A lot of people are wavy on top and curly underneath, or straight at the roots and wavy at the ends. So stop hunting for one label like it is a horoscope. Your job is to match care to behavior. Let's start with straight hair. The big advantage is shine. Oil spreads easily. The big downside is it gets greasy fast and it gets weighed down fast. The most common mistake is heavy conditioner or oil near the scalp. You think you are moisturizing. You are actually flattening. For straight hair, scalp cleansing is the engine. Conditioner is a tool for the ends only. If your hair looks clean, but feels coated and refuses to lift, you are not broken. You probably have buildup. A gentle clarifying wash sometimes fixes in one shower what 5 new products never will. Now, wavy hair. Wavy hair is the most misunderstood because it can act oily and dry at the same time. The root wants lightness, the ends want slip. The biggest mistake is brushing it after it sets. That is how you turn defined waves into a frizz cloud. The second mistake is going extreme. Either you use zero product and your hair turns into static, or you use heavy creams and your waves collapse into straight strings. The sweet spot is lightweight conditioning and a small amount of hold applied on wet hair. Then you touch it less while it dries. Now curly hair. Curly hair holds shape beautifully, but it pays for it with tangles. Every bend is a place strands can catch each other. So curly hair needs 2 things more than anything: lubrication and low friction. The fastest way to ruin curls is to brush them dry. It breaks up curl clumps and creates micro damage that shows up as frizz and snapping. Dermatologists at the American Academy of Dermatology point out that curls and coils should be detangled when wet and coated with conditioner, not brushed out dry. Now coily hair. Coily hair is powerful and fragile at the same time. Tight coils create more stress points along the strand, and the strand can knot on itself. That is why gentleness is not optional. The worst mistake here is speed. Rushing, detangling. Rushing, tight styles. Rushing, high heat. Coily hair does best with slow sectioning, lots of slip, and low tension. If a style hurts, it is not just uncomfortable, it is mechanical stress. Now let's talk about the big care errors that cross every pattern. Friction. Rough towel rubbing is basically sandpaper. Heat. Heat is not evil, but high heat plus repetition equals damage. Tension. Tight ponytails, tight braids, constant pulling. And buildup. If you keep stacking products, your hair can feel dry even while it is coated because water cannot get in and your scalp cannot breathe. If you want a mini checklist that actually works, here it is in plain English. Clean the scalp at a frequency that matches your oiliness and your product use. Condition the lengths to reduce friction. Detangle in a way that matches your pattern. Straight and many waves can handle gentle combing as they dry a bit. Curls and coils do better detangling wet with conditioner and then leaving them alone. Use one styler that gives slip or hold, not 5. And protect your hair from friction while you sleep. And yes, this lines up with peer-reviewed dermatology research indexed on PubMed. Texture plus friction and tension is a recipe for breakage. That is why the right routine can make your hair look like it changed its genetics in 2 weeks, even though nothing magical happened. You simply stopped fighting the geometry. So here's the final test. Tomorrow, do the reset wash and air dry with no styling product. Observe what your hair does on its own. Then make one change that reduces friction, one change that reduces buildup, and one change that reduces tension. That is it. Hair care is not a scavenger hunt. It is engineering. And once you treat it like engineering, your results stop being random.